and welcome to my unboxing and reboxing of Root, a game of woodland might and right. This is a game for 2 to 4 players that I've never played before, but it's been very popular and I've been looking forward to trying it out myself. The first thing that we have is an introduction from Leader Games, I'm not sure which, talking about expansions and other games that they have. And we have Walking Through Root, an extended example of play. This is a 20-page booklet here. This booklet goes through all of the setup, turn 1 for all the players, and then turn 2 for all the players, as well as a reference to the rule guide itself. Next, we have our actual Learning to Play booklet. This booklet is a 24-page booklet that has a lot more explanations and instructions in it, as well as setup. And then we have the Law of Root. These are the laws for the rules, and with glossary and index, and there are 24 pages in this much bigger rule book. Then we have a 1-page components list. It does tell us we'll need to sort them into the 4 faction colors, so we'll do that. And it does have all of the components listed on both sides. Next, we have these 4 boards here. These are the 4 faction boards. There's one, and they are all different on the back as well. So this is the Vagabond. Then we have the Marquise de Cat. The Woodland Alliance. And the Erie dynasties. I've always said Erie, but I don't know if that's correct. I don't know if it's Erie. Not really sure. Then we have our board. And I'll look at this after I have everything else out of the way. Then we have 2 punch boards here. On this full punch board, we have at the top here 19 tokens, 10 sympathy, 8 wood, and 1 keep. So these are the sympathy, wood, and this is the keep. And they are the same on both sides. These are the 12 clearing markers, 4 rabbit, 4 fox, and 4 mouse. And their backs look like this. Then we have 4 victory point markers. 3 of them are on here. They have the laurel wreaths. So right here we have 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Then we have 7 roosts. These are a building, these blue tokens. 7 roosts. 6 sawmills. They have this saw blade on them. There should be 6 workshops that have this anvil. Only 4 are on this board. There are 3 bases, and that's these 3 green ones. There are 4 total ruins. One of them is right here, this tan-colored piece. And that's all that we have on this punch board. And on our other punch board, we have our remaining 2 workshops and our 6 recruiters up here at the top. Our remaining 2 workshops and 6 recruiters. Then we have item tokens. There should be 4 boots, 4 swords, 4 bags, 3 hammers, 3 tea, 2 coins, 2 crossbows, and 1 torch. in these gray item tokens here. We also have our victory token that was missing from the other board. And we have the 3 relationship markers here, the blue, green, and orange, and our remaining 3 ruins. Then we just have some empty blank tokens here. And the items are dark, but have the same image on the back side. Everything else is double-sided, the same on both sides. That's what was on all the punch boards. It does say the full piece lists are on the back of each board here. So some of the items have an S in the corner and some have an R. For example, like this. You can see there's an S and there's an R and there's one without anything. So the component manifest for the Vagabond faction says that they get the 7S and the 4R items. So I am going to put, and the relationship markers. So the 3 relationship markers that have the other colors are going in here, as well as the 7 starting items and 4 ruined items. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Marquis de Cat gets all of the orange items. Alliance gets the 3 bases and the 10 sympathy, which are all green. And the Irie or Erie get the 7 roosts. Let's see. Do they need their own clearing and victory point markers as well? They just get randomly shuffled, it seems like. So I think they just need to be in their own bag. So I am going to take all the rest of these tokens and put them in a bag here, because they do not need to be given to those players on setup. We took care of everything on this side. So on the other side of the components list, we do have our wooden pieces. They're going to go in our bags here. The Alliance gets 10 wooden warriors. They look like this. They're single-sided with their printing. They look like this. The Vagabond gets 1 Vagabond pawn. The Marquis de Cat should have 25 warriors. And the Erie has 20 warriors. Oh, the Cat warriors. Sorry, I meant to show that off. The Cat warriors look like this. And the Erie warriors, or Irie, or what have you, look like this. And it's sort of funny that I don't know how to pronounce it, because that was definitely my favorite pet back on Neopets back in the day, you know, like 25 years ago, 20 years ago, somewhere back there. Then we have cards. These cards are a really nice quality card. Actually, these are some of the best cards I've seen in a board game for a while. The quality here is definitely pretty high. And I mean, I know the price point on the game is also fairly high, but comparatively, having unboxed a lot of games, these are really nice. They feel really good. So between our 2 decks, we have the 4, again, Erie, Irie leaders. The back looks like this, and the fronts look like this. There are 2 loyal viziers. They have this back and this front. We have 3 vagabond characters. Back looks like this, and the front looks like this. There are 4 overview cards for each faction. The back looks like this, and the front looks like this for Vagabond. For the Eerie, back looks like this, the front looks like this. For the Woodland Alliance, the back looks like this, and the front looks like this. And for the Marquise de Chat, back looks like this, and the front looks like this. Then we have 15 quests. The quests have this back, and they look something like this. And we have 4 walkthroughs. The walkthroughs have board setup example on one side and setup instructions on the back. These are for using the walkthrough to learn how to play the game. So they look something like this. And there's one for each faction. But these are just for learning the game. And then we should have 54 cards for the shared deck. And they look like this. Lots of different cards here in this 54 card deck. So for reboxing the cards, I'm going to go ahead and slide them back down in the spot here. Some of the cards do go to the factions when you set up, but I don't want them to get bent up by being in with the components, so I'm going to put all the cards down in the card slot here. Then we also have 2 dice. These dice are D12s, and we have 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. So what's that? 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, so this has 0. These have 0 to 3 on them. 3 times on D12. So 3 zeros, 3 ones, 3 twos, 3 threes. Theoretically balanced. I'm going to put those down in there. I don't feel like we have to bag dice that are that big. And then for reboxing, very simply, we're just going to put the faction components back down in here. I'm going to get to the game board here in just a second. Go ahead and put these here for a minute. I'm going to pull those back out to put the board in. But let's take a look at the board. So the board is double-sided. It has winter on one side, and it has fall on the other. So the fall map, looks like this, the fall board. This is the same, it's very close to the size of the box. It's not quite, and it is basically a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 folds here. And then the other side is the winter map. And it looks like this. Now, for reboxing, I am going to pull these faction boards back out first. I'm going to rearrange these pieces so they lay more flat. Just trying to get everything as flat as possible here. And then the board go in and squish everything. And then the faction boards can go on top of the board like they were before when we unboxed it. I'm going to keep my components list here for convenience of repacking and making sure I've got everything back in the box. Got our Learning to Play book. We have our big rules book, The Law of Root. We have our Walking Through Root walkthrough guide and our advertising insert. And then we can put the lid back on. And we have unboxed and reboxed Root, a game of woodland might and right. If this unboxing and reboxing was helpful to you at all, if you would give us a like and a subscribe and come back for more videos. Thanks.